Okay.
Right. So yesterday we have stopped at inheritance, right?
Yeah. You showed a simple program with the extent.
Yeah. Now today we will see some more concepts related to object-oriented features. Let's see the PPT.
Okay. This inheritance and all that, it was shown just as a simple program, right? Later, complicated programs, would you show how exactly it would work, like in the normal regular programs?
Yeah, we do it. We'll do
Okay.
it.
Okay.
You already told me, right? So that's what I'm
Yeah.
going to reduce some kind of complexity in threads, and then we'll put more concentration into other areas, right? So this object orientation, we will do it. We will do it in
Okay.
files. Okay. When you get
Okay.
files,
Yeah.
and all, how do we implement? How do we go for more of realistic things and all? And you do
Okay.
advanced Java programming, right? At that time also we can do one kind of a small kind of a project wherein you can
Okay.
implement those kind of concepts. How do we implement it?
Okay. Okay. Yeah.
Right, right. So let's get into another topic. It's all inheritance and something called abstraction. Okay. So abstraction captures only those details about an object that are relevant to the current perspective. Making sense? Anything? I mean, I just read one.
Your voice is breaking, Bala.
Oh, 1 second.
Yeah, but still otherwise your voice is breaking.
Is it clear now?
Yeah.
Okay. Now, this is the abstraction definition which I have given. Okay. Is it making any sense? Anything?
It is saying it would gather only some details of the object which is relevant, which is necessary. Something like that. But I am not able to relate.
Yeah. So let's see an example.
Yeah.
Driver and a mechanical engineer. Okay, let's see in picture. Now see, for a driver to drive a car, suppose if we want to go right side, he just need to know, keep the steering to right side to go right side. If we want to go left side, he'll just
Yeah.
rotate the steering to left side. To go straight, just handle the steering.
Okay.
This information is
Yeah.
enough for the driver to drive a car. Correct?
Yeah.
But what is inside, you don't need to know. Correct? What is going to happen? If I am rotating the steering, so inside there is a gearbox. Okay. In the gearbox you will have a spar gear. That spar gear in turn rotates the tires, rotates that rod of the tires gearbox, and thereby the tires going to rotate to right side. This information does he require?
No.
No, right?
Internal. Yeah.
Okay. But if there is any problem comes in, what is going to happen?
He has to try to fix it, or he has to go to a person who knows about this.
Okay, we'll go for a mechanic. We'll go for a mechanic.
Yeah.
So it will open up. It will open up the bonnet and it will check everything. It looks everything correct. For him it looks everything correct. then what we have to do? We have to go for a showroom and show it to the mechanical engineers who are dealing with that car parts. Correct?
Yeah.
He will be able to know. That means, see, mechanic also does not know all the concepts of the engine. He will know to some extent only. The main core components will be known by the mechanical engineer who developed that car or who is working for that car company. Correct?
Okay.
So here,
Yes.
if you see the data, you can say that the whole thing is the data, right? Instead of which whatever we are the right side picture, this is all the data, right? What is how many nuts are available,
Yeah.
how many bolts are available, how many springs available. These are all things are like data.
Yeah.
So mechanical engineer knows everything, whereas mechanic knows some things, okay, lesser than the mechanical engineer, and whereas driver knows nothing,
Nothing. Yeah.
right? So there is something level of hiding is there, right?
Yes.
This is called abstraction.
Okay. Got it.
This is called abstraction. Levels of hiding is called abstraction.
Okay.
Okay. Then how do we apply the same thing in the program? And what is the use of it? The thing is, we will get a security. Okay. How do I get a security? Security meaning, see, I am come up with some formula which is making my steering to perform best. My steering is going to perform best. If I expose my formula, everybody can copy, right?
Yes.
So that is a problem.
Yeah.
That's why we need these levels of abstraction. Okay. You can say that why do we keep a abstraction levels? We can hide everything. Right. If you hide everything, if a driver gets a problem, he has to go to a always go to a showroom. So he will, if he is on the highway, he cannot go to the showroom, right? He has to go for a mechanic, right?
Yeah.
That's the reason
Yes.
only levels of hiding will be there, where the
Okay.
core formula cannot be copied. If the problem lies in the core, then there is no choice. You have to go for the showroom, right?
Yeah. Right.
So that's the reason we need levels of hiding.
Okay.
This
Yeah.
levels
Got
of
it.
hiding is nothing but abstraction.
Okay.
Now let's go to the definition. Okay. Abstraction captures only those details about an object that are relevant to the current perspective. For a driver, what is it is going to capture? Only steering, right? Go to if you want to go to
Steering.
right, just
Yeah. Directions. Yeah.
turn right or turn left. Go to left or right, right?
Yeah.
But where you see, if you see the mechanic, he can get some more details. In the current
Yes.
perspective, it will give some relevant details where he can repair.
Yeah. True.
For a mechanical engineer, it will show everything. For his perspective, it will show everything
Everything. Yeah.
to make it work better. Correct?
Okay. Yeah.
So
Yeah.
this
Good.
is a concept which is used in the real time. I mean, not in programming. We're able to use the same concepts in real time. So why not we use this to make our program better? Simple thing, you have written a calculator program. Okay? You have written, you work for 10 days and you have written a program. If you show your program to others, they can easily copy it. They can easily copy it.
Yes.
Then what is going to
Yeah.
happen? It's a waste of your time, right?
Your time, yeah.
Right. So there are some programming levels. There are some programming structures wherein you can hide the data in levels.
Okay.
In levels. So how do we hide it? We have some keywords we will discuss. Before that, we will discuss one more topic.
Okay.
Now this is clear?
Yeah.
Right.
Very clear.
Right. Second. Okay. Now, so I'm going to write one more definition, encapsulation. Okay. Encapsulation is a practice to bind related functionality and data in a protective wrapper with required access controls so that the architecture can be saved from unauthorized access by outer world.
Okay, like you said, security of code.
Exactly.
Something
Actually,
like that?
yeah. Basically, abstraction and encapsulation we have to discuss together. Okay. These are very much
It's somewhat similar.
interrelated, not similar,
Okay.
interrelated.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, got it.
Actually, if you tell one definition, if you tell abstraction definition, you're internally telling the encapsulation definition.
Yes.
Okay. So now, let's go to another point. Even though, in the previous example, even though the driver does not know the functionality of steering, he can operate the steering. Right? He doesn't need to know this functionality. He just need to know the steering functionality, not the internal functionality.
Yeah.
So this is because steering is bind with the spar gears and etc. Okay. So he is just rotating the steering. It is rotating the tires. How it is happening? Because it is binded with the rods and it is going to bind with the spar gears and it is all internal tasks. Okay, internal things, it is binded. Each one is binded. That's why you are able to work about it. Right?
Yes. Yeah.
This concept is called encapsulation. What is this concept is? Binding. Okay. Hiding and binding called encapsulation. Hiding and binding.
Okay.
Encapsulation. But levels of hiding is called abstraction.
Okay.
Whenever you are saying that you are hiding some details from someone, that is called encapsulation. That is called encapsulation.
Okay.
But at what level, if you are asking for a level, at what level it is hidden, that is called abstraction.
Abstraction. Okay.
Okay? Just remember this point. You should not get confused. This is a more confusing question in the interviews. People ask. You ask any real-time guy also, he will fail to answer your question properly. Because
Yeah, I understood. The details which you are hiding is encapsulation. Until what level you hide it is abstraction.
Exactly. The thing is, people does very much good coding, and he will know how to use it, how to utilize encapsulation and abstraction, but it is very difficult to give the definition. Okay. So the same example I have taken. So that's what. These are all binded, right? It is hidden. That's true, but it is all binded. So to complete certain tasks, we are binding the internals. That is called encapsulation. Okay?
Yeah, got it.
Okay. Now, let's see the program. Simple program. How it is going to work. Object-oriented features are very much important. If you don't understand any object-oriented programming, object-oriented features, then it's of no use to learn core Java. Till you understand. Yeah, because you need to understand this all these four concepts. People usually call it as,
Okay.
there are four concepts in object-oriented features. One is inheritance, abstraction, encapsulation, and then polymorphism.
Polymorphism.
Right? Right.
Yeah.
Now, let's go to the program. Simple program, I'm going to explain it. But remember, we will use encapsulation everywhere. By default, we'll use it. Okay, that's the usual practice we do it. So by default, we go for encapsulation.
Okay.
But using the abstraction, it requires a lot of carefulness. I mean, whether you want to give what level of encapsulation, that depends on your project and your requirement. Okay, you rarely get a chance to do this abstraction. You rarely get a chance to do abstraction. Okay, most of the times you go with encapsulation only.
Okay.
Okay, right. Let's go to the OOP. Now, I will create a class called person. Can you tell me what are the properties a person can have? A person can have?
His name, age, last name, his age.
Yeah, that is fine. That is fine. It's okay.
Yeah, that should be.
That is fine. Now I'm going to create one more class called person main. I want to create an object of person. What I will do? Correct?
You're creating an object, okay?
Yeah, I'm creating an object.
Yeah.
Now I want to set the values. How do I set it?
Person dot age, name,
Right? Correct?
okay.
Now
Yeah.
I will say this person object is a steering. Imagine this person object is a steering. Okay? We know what is a person object, right? We know what is a person object, but we are able to know the internals of the person object also. We are able to know the internals of the person object also, right? F name, L name, age.
Yeah.
These three things also we know.
Yeah.
Correct? So
Yes.
that means we are not having any security for the person object. We are not having any security to the person object. That means whatever the internals, I am directly able to access it. I am able to know what is inside of your person object. What are the details you are storing? What are the details you are storing? See, here in the example, if you see what kind of data he is storing, until unless I open the person object, until unless I open the bonnet, I will not come to know what are the details available in the inside of the steering.
Yeah.
But here, just by clicking, I will come to know all the details. That means directly with the steering, I am able to see everything, right? I am not hiding anything
Yeah.
from the user. I am not hiding
Yes.
anything from the user.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that's okay. Then how do we hide them? So there is something called access modifiers. Access modifiers.
Mm-hmm.
So how do we keep
Public,
it?
private.
Exactly. So if I keep private for at least two of them, I kept it. If you see,
Mm-hmm.
this will give you compilation.
There will be an
That,
error. Yeah.
yeah, because these are, see, change the visibility. That means these two are not visible from this program. From this program, these two are not visible. That means you are not giving an access. Now if you see person dot, you cannot find F name here. You cannot find
Yeah,
L
because
name
it
here.
is private.
Yeah. Why?
Yeah.
Because you have hidden it.
Yeah.
You are hiding it. Okay. You have hidden it.
This is called encapsulation.
Exactly. This is called encapsulation. So that means with a private, you are hiding it.
Hmm.
Okay.
It is only defined for only that class. It cannot be used in any other class.
Exactly. Right. Now, what I'm going to do is, these things, if I am not able to access, how do I set the values? How can I set the values? Right? Basically, you are defining a properties, okay? But I need to set the values, right?
Yeah.
That means simple thing, steering is there. I have to set the value saying that turn to rotate, turn to right. That is the data actually. This data,
Yeah.
you need to set it to steering because
Yeah.
it is binded with a rod. It is binded with a rod. When you are rotating it, it is understanding that okay, turn to rotate because it got an instruction saying that turn to right. So
Yeah.
that means you need to have some medium to set F name and L name, but not directly. Because internal things you should not understand. Right?
Yeah.
Correct?
Yes.
Now, what I'm going to do is, just right click, source, generate getters and setters. Okay?
Okay.
Click on this, select all of them. Okay.
Where do you right click? Just on the page only.
On the program, on the class,
Okay.
on the class.
Okay. Source.
Come here, keep the cursor here. I'll keep the line numbers also for you. See in the seventh line I'm keeping a
Okay.
cursor. Right click,
Okay.
source, generate getters and setters.
Getters and setters. Okay.
Select all. You can use these buttons. Select, deselect, select getters, select setters.
Okay.
Just okay. Now see, this is the code has been written. Otherwise you have to write the code. Okay.
Okay.
This much you have to write, or else you can use the IDE utility to create a code.
Okay.
Okay. Now if you see, these are all having public access. So if I want to set the name,
Person dot PER, sorry. Oh. There is no error even though if it is private.
what is the public, right? This method is public. This method is public, right?
Okay.
This method is public. We can access this method.
Yeah.
So this is called a
Okay.
binding medium. Binding medium. Correct? Right?
Yeah. Can I see the other program? The getter synthesis?
One second.
You have private first name and last name, and you've declared methods.
Public. All methods can be accessed from anywhere. It is because it is public.
Okay, and they are returning the same variables. Private F name and last name.
Leave about this one. You need to just,
Why are there two methods, a get and a set?
yeah, that's what. Let me complete whole program and you will come to know. Okay?
Oh,
So,
yeah.
next method, what it is doing, it is setting the first name and last name. Right? Now,
Okay.
I need to print the values, right? Whether it got set or not, I need to know, right? So,
Yes.
person.age I can directly print because it is a default variable. It is not public, neither public nor protected nor private. It's a default. It can directly access. Okay. Now, if I want to print first name, then
Person dot
get f name. It is going to return me.
person
It is going to return me first name.
F name. Yeah.
Right? Now you understand where we need to use set method and where we need to use get method. See,
Yeah.
I'll tell you one thing. Whenever you create a object, whenever you create an object, where it is going to be stored?
In the memory.
Yeah, we haven't discussed anything about memory till now. We will discuss everything about JVM. There's something called JVM, Java Virtual Machine.
Virtual machine.
This one we will discuss at the time of threads. Okay, not now. But before going there, I will in the meanwhile, I'll introduce some parts of the JVM. Whenever program comes in, some part of the program, some part of the JVM, I'm going to explain it. By the time when we reach threads, we'll completely understand JVM. Okay. It is required to understand JVM perfectly to write better coding.
Okay.
Now, in JVM is nothing but a space which is created at runtime in your RAM memory to execute your Java program.
Okay.
See, whatever the program we have written, whatever the program we have written, all the programs are going to be executed inside a JVM, not on the operating system.
Okay.
Okay, the JVM will take care to interact with operating system. Basically, it will work like an interface between program and operating system.
Operating system.
It will convert the programming instructions into operating system, and operating system instructions into a programming instruction. It will work like a converter.
Okay.
Basically, it's a memory inside a RAM, not on the hard disk. That's why
Oh,
if you are having 8 GB machine or 4 GB machine, your program runs much faster because it will get enough memory from RAM.
RAM. Okay.
It is not going to take from hard disk. It requires a
Hard disk.
runtime memory. Now,
Okay.
inside a JVM, there is one important memory feature called heap memory. We call this as heap memory. Okay?
Yeah.
We call this as heap memory. So, whenever you create an object like this, it is going to take a space. It is going to take a space inside a heap memory, and it is going to create. It is going to create here.
Okay.
See, understand this concept clearly. Okay? Right. You have created an object here, but how are we able to access this object? How are we able to access the object? Through main method, right? Through main method.
Yeah. Yes.
Now, where is your main method executes? There is another space called Java stacks. This we call as Java stacks.
Java stack.
Stack. I'll write it. No problem.
Okay.
This memory area called Java stack. Okay. Now, see this. When you say new person, what I said, the new is going to create a space for us. What is the space? So this is a space it got created. Okay? Clear? But
Yeah.
I need to store this variable also. Actually, this variable is going to store the memory location of this object. The variable, whatever the person we said. 1 second, let me write it here itself. That will be easier. See, when you say this new person, this is created. Correct?
Yeah.
This person variable is there, right? This is holding the address of this, where it is stored inside a heap memory. The address of this, it is storing.
Okay.
Then, this is also a variable, right? This is also a variable. This has to be stored somewhere in the memory. This will be stored inside a Java stacks. Inside a Java stacks, it is going to have
Then what is this then?
Wait. So, this is a person variable. It is going to have a memory block, small memory block. It's just like a small memory block. Okay. It's like a small memory block. it is going to store the address of the object. So with that address, it can refer the object in the heap memory from the stack memory.
Okay.
Clear?
Yes.
Anything more needs explanation?
So the one which is in the Java stack contains the address of the object.
Exactly.
The one which is in the heap memory is the actual object location which contains all the properties of the object.
Exactly. Perfect. Perfectly understand.
Okay.
Clear? This thing
Yes.
you need to be very much clear. See, program we can understand, but how it is happening internally, it needs to be understood also. Okay. Now let's go to here. Person object. Okay. What are the properties? F name, L name, age. Right?
First name, last name, and
Age. Now if you go in the subject, this is a F name, this is a L name, and oh my god, this is the age.
Yes.
Okay, irregular in shape because I'm not able to draw text properly. So yeah,
It's okay.
yeah, these are the properties. All the properties will be stored inside the object.
Okay.
Okay. So now from here, if you are able to, if you are trying to access it, okay, you made this age as public, but these two are not a public. So if I want to access them, I need to have some kind of binding medium, which are nothing but setters and getters.
Okay.
Okay. See, you are like, think that this is a steering. This is steering, right? So from the steering, I have to rotate the wheel. That means I have to access. It's not that I am accessing means I am accessing directly. How to access means I am having an access with some binding mechanism. That is nothing but there it is a rod. Here it is a what it is here getter and setter methods.
Okay.
Clear? Able to able to able to what is
Related? Yeah.
relate
I
it?
am.
Yeah. Able to relate it what I am saying?
Yeah.
Right?
Yes.
Now, because which is more important, I can repeat it one more time also. There's no issues because you need to understand this clearly. Okay.
Yeah. I've understood that.
Right. No problem. To like when you are doing the program, if you get doubt, you can ask me. Now, so that's what. This is the way we have to give the access, so that what we are doing internally, whatever we are doing internally, the other persons will not be knowing it. Okay. You can here ask me a question. Bala, these two programs are with me only. So I can open the program. And check it out what is there inside. So how are you saying that this is secure? Correct? How are you saying?
These variables cannot be accessed by any other new program.
That's true. But why are you doing that? Because I don't want giving a direct access to the members of the class.
You want to?
Right? That why because why because the other person should not know what are all the members inside of me. Correct?
Right.
But if I open this class, I can be able to come to know, right?
Yes.
So what is the security? Correct? This could be the question. Correct?
Yes. Yeah.
The thing is, simple thing in real time. Whenever you are doing an application, okay, some part of the application will be done by one company. See, for a client, suppose I am a Tata Motors or something, any company. I don't want to name it. Some company, ABC company. I am holding an application. Okay, I will not give application to one company, one software company. I will give it to multiple software companies, like multiple vendors. I will give it. Okay. So whenever I got a code, see, one company developed some code, another company developed some code. Correct? So whenever these two needs to be interact, this company A will say that you please create a person object and use our person object. You can get it. But this company A does not give the person class, this class file to the company B. To the company B, it will not give the class. It will say,
Okay.
it will create one jar file. It will give you some jar file. Okay. We'll discuss what is jar file. Okay. If that jar file, if they place it into the company's B software, company's B's Eclipse, okay, they will be able to create this object. They will be able to create this object, but they cannot view what is inside of a person object. What is inside of a person object?
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
That means, see, here, think that you are a mechanical engineer from a company. That's why you are able to open this class. But the other company is the driver. He can just create an object of your class, but he cannot view your class. When we send a jar file, when we are not going to send a class, this class, we are going to send a jar file to him. With that jar file, he can create an object, but he cannot see what is inside of that object.
Okay.
All he can see only this control space. Only he can view these things, which are public.
Okay.
Which are public. Okay? See, binding, if you see the simple examples, you will not understand what is there in it, because I think that, okay, this is already there, we can open it. Because we are a mechanical engineer, that's why we are able to know. For a driver, we are not giving this class file. We are giving a jar file wherein he can create an object, but he cannot view that class.
Okay. Yeah,
Okay.
got it.
Okay. Then how it will be shown to the user? How it will be shown to the, suppose, see, if I go here, I press F3. I selected person, I press F3, I will go to this class file, right? Correct?
Yeah.
Now, same way, see, this string is given by whom? Java, right?
Yeah.
Java, right? Just click F3 on it. See, this is what is shown. Can you guess? Can you guess what is inside of the string class?
The jar file has no source attachment.
That's what the jar file. Whatever the jar file. See, these are the
You
jar.
cannot see the source. How? From where? Okay.
Exactly. See, these are all the jar files required for our programs to run. For our core Java or advanced Java programs to run, these are all the programs we require. Okay. But if you see here, the person object, the string, we are able to use string. We are able to use string. But if I want to trying to view, I am not able to view what is inside of a string. Right? Because
Yeah.
for a string, we are driver. But
Okay.
Java people who developed, they can see this string class. Okay?
Okay.
Clear?
Yeah.
Now,
Like the mechanical engineer.
right, like a mechanical engineer. But now, now we are drivers, right? Now, for Java, if they want to give like, if they say that, if you want to become a mechanic, I will give a way to see our code, but you cannot edit it, because that editing can happen only with the mechanical engineer, not with
Mechanical
you.
engineer.
So how do you do? See, that means we need to, now we understood encapsulation, now we are coming to the abstraction. Okay, now it is hidden, but how much level it is hidden? It is totally hidden. At least we are not able to view also. Okay, if we do one thing, we can view it. Okay, let's go to click on attach source, external file. Now go to the, it will open the JRE link folder in your system. Go to Java, click on Java, go to JDK. See this source.zip. In JDK, the source.zip is given by Java people. Okay?
Okay.
Select this. Okay. Now you can see what is inside of a string class. Java class, you can see. You can see the Java code, what is here. It has been written for a string. But you cannot edit it. You cannot edit it. So what they did one level of hiding. Okay? But they are not giving till the mechanical engineer. They are giving till mechanic only. We can see the problem and say that, okay, this is the problem. You go to the mechanical engineer, say that, okay, this is a problem. Right? So this is called levels of hiding.
Okay.
Clear?
Okay.
If he doesn't give the source, if he doesn't give the source chip, we cannot even become mechanic.
Yes.
Okay, when you
We
work
can't
with
go to the next level.
yeah, when you work with third company like A and B company, as I said, that working, if they don't provide this zip file, they don't provide this zip file, you are not able to access, you are not able to see this person class. So the providing or not providing, it's in the hands of the company A. If the company is not providing the source file, he will not be able to view the person class. Thereby you are getting security. Correct?
Yes. Yeah.
So this is called abstraction and encapsulation usage.
Okay.
Okay. Now we'll come to the concept called access modifiers. There is nothing access specifiers, only access modifiers in Java. So we have seen private, which can be accessible only within the class. Correct?
Yes.
Whereas public can be accessed from any other class.
Yeah.
But if you see here, for age, we didn't give anything. We did not give anything. Correct? That means it is default. So what?
Default public?
No. That's what. That is called default access modifier. There is a default access modifier. If you don't specify anything, it is default. Okay. So private means it is not accessible outside. Public means it can be accessed everywhere. then what is default? Default can be accessible only within the same package. If you create this person main class inside of OOP package, then person.age you can do it. If you create this person main.java in any other package apart from the package which we created the person class, we cannot access the age directly. We cannot access the age directly because it will be invisible.
Oh.
So default is only within the same package. Within the same package. If you see this person main and person are the same package, that's why directly you are able to access it. But whereas public, you can access from anywhere, any package. Private, only within the class. Now, there is something called protected. Protected. This variable can be accessed using the child classes. Suppose if any class extending a person class, if any class extending a person class, it can access that variable. Okay? But there is another way also. If the both classes are in the same package, suppose just like person and person main in the same package, then also you can access the protected. Protected things you cannot access from outside the package. Only when if you are outside the package, but if you extend the class, you can access it. You understand the default behavior? Default is only for package. Within the package, you can access. But whereas protected, you can access within the package. Outside of the package also, if you want to access, go for extending the class. See, these are the levels of abstraction. Protected, default, private, public. These are levels of abstraction. So relate this abstraction concept to the concept which we have discussed on the PPT. Then it is easy to remember.
Okay.
Clear?
Got it. Yes.
Okay. Now let's move on to the next topic. Or any doubts, I can take it up.
No, I'm okay. I understood.
Yeah, you need to read out the topics. I mean, you need to read out the things, and then it is much clear, right?
Yeah. Okay.
Right. Let's get into the PPT for another concept. Polymorphism. Now I'm going to show some picture from one movie. Can you guess what is this movie?
Terminator?
Exactly.
I'm not sure.
Yeah, that's true. Terminator 2. Right. Now let's give you the point. Same person or entity taking multiple forms to complete a task in different ways. See here, if you see this floor is just rising up, right? It's the villain actually.
Yes.
This is it. He can take human form, he can take this form, he can take liquid form, anything. Why is taking all these forms? To complete his work.
His task. Yeah.
Task. So basically, in programming also, we will use with the same name, we are going to do multiple tasks.
Okay.
We are going to do multiple tasks with same name.
Okay.
Okay. Seems to be okay. But if you see the program, that's going to be more clear.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's go to the program. See, I mean, this object-oriented programming and threads. These are only the theoretical concepts. Theoretical concepts.
Okay.
Rest everything is programming. Okay. After this,
Okay.
you'll not get much PPTs. Okay. Totally,
Okay.
we go with programs. Okay.
Okay.
But if you want to go with the programs, this is what the base. Right. Now, let's get into the program. I will say one method called calc. Now,
Okay.
I want to create a method called add. I want to add two numbers, but I want to supply. So how to write parameters?
Int A, int B,
So now,
comma int B.
yeah. Now, correct?
Yes.
No. To call this method, I have to create an object of this class.
Unless I don't, an object is not created, that method cannot be called.
Yes, you cannot be called. There is something we'll discuss later. Okay. Till now,
Okay.
for now, you think that this is the only way we can do it.
Okay.
Because we are not introduced that concept, right? So
Okay.
till now, think that without creating an object, we cannot call a method.
Yeah.
So what is happening here? We are wasting the space, right? Just to call a method.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's see.
Yeah.
Let's see the optimal method where we can do it. But now, just now, this is only one way. Think that. Okay. We'll see the other ways later. Now, calc dot add of need to supply integer values. So if it is going to return
Yeah.
8. It is good. Now you have written, if you execute, this will execute correctly and it will give you the value. There is nothing, very simple for that. But if I want to add 3 numbers, now so what you are doing? Add to method, and you are saying that you are this is also good. Now if you want to add 3 numbers, 4 numbers, you have to write.
You need to put more parameters.
Yeah. This is okay, but what you are doing is add 2, add 3. These are all concept is what? Basically adding, right? The concept
Yes.
behind is adding only. So writing the method add 2, add 3 looks ugly according to programming. That is not proper way. It should have a proper meaning. Add means only add. Okay. So due to the introduction of polymorphism, you can duplicate the method name. You can duplicate the method name. It is not going to give you any error.
Okay.
But if you do the same thing in the C, you will get an error, duplicate error method. Method name should be
The
different.
same method name with different parameters.
Exactly. So it is taking different forms to complete a task. That's what the picture we have shown here.
Okay.
Related?
Yes.
Now, there are conditions to write it. You cannot write just like that. Okay? There are conditions. 3 conditions you need to remember. First thing is, type of parameters should be different. Okay? Suppose if I write you may think these are if you see these are all A, B, A, C. So this is a little bit different from add method. But for a program, all these types are same. Int, 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 int. So that means you cannot do it. It will say that duplicate method. That means the type of parameters should be different. Type of parameters should be different. So here if you do double, just change one parameter. Any parameter. Now it will allow. That means
Yes.
the type of parameter should be different.
Okay.
Then only it will be allowed. This is one point. Next point. So I'll come with the same code. If you see double A, int B, int C, int C, these two look same, but the order of the parameter is not same. Correct?
Same. Yeah. Right. Yeah.
Then also it will allow. It will allow.
Mm-hmm.
The next point is basically the number of parameters should be different. See if you see the parameters here 2 parameters, here 3 parameters, here 4 parameters. Even though the data types is same, if the number of parameters are different, then it will allow. So whenever you are writing the 2 methods with the same name, out of the 3, any one of the rules should be followed. Any one of the rules should be followed. Minimum of 1 rule should be followed. Either the type of parameter should be different, int, double,
Okay.
or the number of parameters, int, only one int, here 2 ints, or the order of the parameters should be different, int, double, int.
Okay.
So this is called polymorphism. This is only one type of polymorphism. This is called compile time polymorphism. Compile time polymorphism. Okay? Or else people call it as static polymorphism. Static polymorphism. And this concept is also called as method overloading. See, using only one method, add, all is add only. So, but
Yeah.
it has been overloaded with 5 types. It has been overloaded with 5 types. Correct? This is called method overloading.
Yeah. Right. Overloading. Okay.
Method overloading. Clear?
Why is it called compiler time polymorphism?
Exactly. That's what compile time polymorphism or static polymorphism or method overloading. There are 3 names.
Okay.
Okay? Clear what is the advantage of it?
Yes.
Now, this is okay. I mean, this is about the concept. I mean, we have to discuss one more concept, dynamic polymorphism. Before that, I want to give you an advantage which gave in Java 1.5. There is a new concept came in Java 1.5. Okay? That is called
Okay.
the concept name is called variable arguments.
Okay.
Okay. See, if you see in this example itself, to do a add method, how much difficult I am facing? If I want to add 5 numbers, then
Again, you have to declare another method.
correct, right? Instead of this, if you have this is the requirement, you can write with another syntax. Remember, this is only from Java 1.5. Before that, it is not there. Okay?
Okay. Yeah.
Now, people ask you, what are the new features in Java 1.5 or Java 1.6 or Java 1.7? In every release, what are the new features? Simple, Windows XP to Windows 7. What are the new features? We can see there are a lot of graphics things added. If you see that,
Yes.
see, right? So you can say so many features what are available. Same way, from Java 1.5 to Java 1.6, what are the features? Java 1.6 to 1.7, what are the new features? All these
Okay.
things at a developer level. See, there are so many features at the architecture level, like in the JVM level. JVM level also, there are so many enhancements to get the performance. That you don't need to know because you are a programmer, you are not a JVM developer. But according to the programs, what are all the new features you need to know. Okay?
Okay.
So now,
Yeah.
how it becomes easy, love see. Now I'm writing going public void add int write 2 dots, sorry 3 dots. Okay? Keep some variable name. So this is a syntax. If you keep 3 dots,
Okay.
that means you can supply n number of values. You can supply n number of values. See, do we have this much argument constructor? No, right? See, this task is not only a tedious. See, this task of writing these many parameters is not only tedious, it looks ugly in the program. See, if you define
Yes.
50 parameters here, how it looks? It looks ugly because it is not readable. Because it's not readable.
Yeah.
See, when I say ugly meaning, it's not readable basically. When it is readable, that's good. Okay? So, now even though we don't define anything, because we put 3 dots, it is allowing. Okay. Now, okay, we know,
Taking how many other parameters?
yeah, now we know int A is going to carry 3 in the first method if you see. Int B is going to carry 5, right?
Yeah.
But now there is only one A. how it is going to carry all these parameters. Now, this A is not a simple A. It is an array.
Okay.
Now, how do you iterate over an array? How do you print the sum of it? So, I'll write some code. Int first, I say sum equal to 0. Now I have to loop through for.
Initialize to 0. Okay.
Yeah, I'll loop through for. I will use for each. Use for each. We have seen right? For each.
Okay.
Int sum equal to sum plus I, because I is going to maintain each value of an array. Correct? It's not index. We have discussed in the last class. It's not index. It is before class. Now
value. Yeah.
Now print the sys out. Now if you see, the first output is going to come as 8. Second output is 50. Because if you calculate all of this, you will get 50. Clear?
Yes. Right.
This is nowhere related to polymorphism, okay? Don't get confused. Because we came to this example, I just wanted to give the advantage
Just a new feature added
in Java 1.5 and which is not to the polymorphism. It's the Java feature. Because we came up with this example, I just gave it this. Okay? Don't mess this with polymorphism. Right?
Yeah.
Now we'll see dynamic polymorphism. Okay? Then we'll wind up the class. Okay? With that we will be finishing up. Now, I'm going to open up this college example again. College main, and main class. Actually here we are using college main. I think we have to see open. Sorry, yeah, college main class.
Yeah.
Oh, right. Sorry, ABC college and yeah, college, ABC college and college main. Correct?
Yes.
No. Actually, here if you create you are creating an object, right? Correct?
Yes.
I'm going to comment out this code for your future reference.
Yeah. Yeah.
This is going to mess up our example right now, but you need to require that for your future. Actually, you can create the object in another way, like this way also you can create an object. That means the parent class reference. This we call it as reference. Okay, in the example, if you see, this is called a reference. Person reference referring to an object. Person reference referring to an object. The same way, call parent class reference can hold the child class object. This is also allowed in Java, and without this there are so many programs we cannot do it. Without this we cannot do so many programs. This is a very important concept. The parent class reference.
Parent class is a class which has main method.
No, it's not like that. This is a main method, right? This is not a parent class to anyone. See, the main method is nothing to do with any of the object or concepts. Main is just the starting point of the application. Okay?
Okay.
So here ABC college is the subclass and this is a super class. ABC college is a child class
Super class.
and
Yeah.
college is a parent class. Yesterday we have
College main is a parent class. Okay.
not college main, college.
Yeah.
College. See, college main is nothing
Okay.
to do with college or ABC college. This is a program where it will start.
Okay.
See, there is only
Yeah.
relationship between a college and ABC college only. You don't have any relationship with college main.
Okay.
Clear
Yeah.
or
Got
doubt?
it.
Still doubt or clear?
No, I got it.
You got it, right? Now,
Yeah.
conducting classes. Okay. Now I'm calling college dot conducting classes. See, if you see this college dot conducting classes, this conducting classes is a method which is available in ABC college